Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Re-Aged SMB League. And riding on the back of a two-game winning streak, the Buzzards are heading to the Grapplers and face off in this next matchup. Game number 5 of the second season here with the Re-Aged Buzzards. And it did not look good last time out for rookie Malcolm DeJesus, our new ace in our rotation. But as he's recovering from the injury where he got hit in the face, he is going to go out there and see if he can recover and maybe settle himself into hopefully a good rest of the season. Unfortunately, it's not going to look easy for our offense as Jovita Pulo will be on the mound for the Grapplers. They're sitting at 3-1, so this will be a tough matchup for sure. But let's go ahead and head out or get out to the field and watch this one. We have Geronimo James going to stay in center field and lead things off for us. Pepe Vinicio bumping down to number 2, or bumping up to number 2. He's been a bit productive. I'm going to keep him there. Sturdy Woodman, 2 home runs in that last game. He is locked in, and he'll stay in our number 3 spot here. Hidamun Shada at 4, Merle Ryan 5, Jose Tremendo at 6. Stag Roper 10th, but we're going to keep him out there, see if he can sort through his struggles. Alaroids will be DHing her first appearance of the year, and then we're going to have rookie Pork Bennett, who will be out there for this game. We'll see if his offense can hold up, and hopefully that defense will hold up as well. He has a 99 arm as a rookie, so hoping maybe if anybody does get on, he can throw them out. Malcolm DeJesus coming out to tough out this ball game, and hopefully that workhorse trait will work in his favor. We're home for this one. We head out to Shaka Sports Turf, a night game, and it looks beautiful at night. I don't know if I've ever been here at night. It looks really pretty out here with the lighting and everything. The stars are shining bright out there. And you can see the tiki head in the batter's eye is watching over this ball game, hopefully giving Malcolm DeJesus and the Buzzards some good juju today. Mashadonga comes up, the leadoff woman for the Grapplers, tier 3 off-speed hitter. First pitch swinging, and it's going to be a ground ball to first base. Easy play for Woodman and a quick out number 1. So good start for DeJesus here. Marvin Steed comes up batting 286 with no home runs and 1 RBI, is locked in. Tier 2 power versus righties, and he hits one down the left field line, but that tail's just foul. His tier 2 sprinter out the box as well. DeJesus trying to paint the corner there, misses, and that's a ball. Strike 2 swung through, and chasing one, but making contact, dribbles foul. 1-2, whiffs through the the off-speed pitch, and DeJesus getting not his first strikeout of the year, I don't think, but his first strikeout of the game, and that's out number 2. No, he had 4 strikeouts prior. 2 outs, and here comes Darcy Hicks, also locked in, and he'll have a discipline trait at tier 3 as well. I think it's inside pitch. He lofts to right field. Easy play for Jose Tremendo, and a 1-2-3 for Malcolm DeJesus, and we hopefully see our ace locking in after an abysmal first start against the wide loads at the Corral to start off this season. So Geronimo James will come up locked in, tier 2 contact versus righties. Batting 500 with 1 solo home run, is only RBI. Swings late there, it's a 1-1 count. Pulo and her first start did not allow an earned run. Has a .86 whip, and I believe she struck out 6 is what I may have seen. This ball hit well, but it's going to hang up in right field for Windy Wheels for the first out of the ballgame for the Buzzards. Vinicio comes up batting 375, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, tier 3 bad ball hitter. Just catching the corner there, a strike 1 for Pulo. If you missed that last episode, Pulo is now, I believe, 24 years old, so she got re-aged into a young version of herself, and she's getting a new lease on life and taking advantage of it, striking out Pepe Vinicio there on a nasty slider that jumps out of the zone at the last second. Woodman had 2 home runs in his last game. He is batting .444, and he hits this ball down the right field line. That's going to slow roll into the corner, and Windy Wheels will get to it quickly. It's going to be cut off and thrown into Gina Torrens. Not very speedy, but Sturdy Woodman will get on base here with 2 outs. We turn to our third baseman, Hidamun Shada, tier 2 high pitch, batting .417. Swings through a fastball at the bottom of the zone for strike one. There's a high pitch, but it misses the top of the zone. Ball. Takes a strike, holds it back on that check, and 1-2 count. The changeup fools him and strikes out swinging. Hito Moonshada, frustrated with himself, he throws the bat, and Pulo allows a base hit, but gets 3 other batters down with 2 strikeouts there, and we head to the top of the second. It looks like Peyton Flores, a rookie, comes up. The first baseman here will fall behind 1-2. Has tier 2 RBI hero with runners in scoring position, but swings through strike 3 here. Out number 1 and second strikeout of the day for De Jesus. Gina Torrens comes up, tier 2 power versus righties, batting 100 on the year. Great contact, but it's going to go right to Hito. Out number 2. De Jesus now locked in. Yoink Sachs comes up, hitless on the year, tier 1 stealer. Low power and contact rating, but great speed. An amazing defender in center field. A 1 count and a dribbler towards short. Snag Roper has to hurry, and he's going to scoop and toss to first. Out number 3. So another clean inning for De Jesus. He's locked in. And now Jofito comes back out to the mound. We'll look at 5, 6, 7 for the Buzzards, starting with Merle Ryan. I believe it was in that last game he had a triple. Batting 273 with tier 3 bad ball hitter. Takes a strike. Ball outside on the 2-seam. There's a fastball at 100 miles an hour. Swung through and missed. And an off-speed pitch. He makes contact, but he's popped it into foul territory. Yamamoto making the play. Out number 1. Tremendo comes up batting 125 with no home runs, but still managed to get 2 RBIs. And he pops one up into left field down the line. Just in foul territory is Marvin Steed for out number 2. Snag Roper will come up batting 091, having a really rough start to this season. He's tense right now. As tier 2 first pitch Slayer, hoping to pounce on one here. And he does! Left center field! That one's going to get down, rolls to the wall. Coming after it is Marvin Steed, getting to it quickly, but rounding first and heading to second, is Snag Roper, who gets a double here with 2 outs. Errant throw from Marvin Steed, but the runner was reaching second base no matter what. Jovita drops back down to neutral mojo, and we have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Ella Royds, her first at-bat of the year. Has tier 2 consistent, has tier 3 stimulated, which we'll check in on at the end of this ball game, or towards the back end of this ball game. 1-2, ball high, make it 2-2 with 2 outs, and Ella won't flinch there. It's full count for Royds, and she's going to protect the plate. She grounds to third. Yamamoto with a nice play there ends the inning, but a big hit from Snag Roper. That's 2 base hits and 2 innings for the Buzzards, but we have not been able to put things together to be able to capitalize. So Wendy Wheels will come up, the right fielder, batting 333, has tier 3 easy target, boosting De Jesus' accuracy up to about 100. 1-1 count here. De Jesus still locked in, gets a strike. 1-2 for Wheels, and he'll check on the curveball low and in. Strike 3 called, frozen on that pitch, low, high and away. And De Jesus painting the corner gets another strikeout. I want to say that's number 3 for the day for him. Yamamoto comes up with tier 2 ace exterminator, but also tense. First pitch ball, pops one foul out of play. Low and in, and that's going to drop out of the zone for a ball. And a hard hit ball right to Moonshada. Third baseman gets the third baseman out. With 2 down, here comes Bland Case, the catcher. Number 9 hitter, low attributes, but has tier 3 fastball hitter, tier 2 little hack. So things could get interesting for him. Good prospect here. I think a younger guy, rookie here. First pitch strike, and he falls behind, so little hack will activate. Strike 3 at the top of the zone, painting a corner again is De Jesus. He gets another strikeout. And we're through 2.5. We head to the bottom of the third. The Buzzards offense looking to try and get something going. We're going to go 9-1-2. We're going to start with Pork Bennett, the rookie, getting his first start and at bat of his career. And he has to do it against Jovita Pulo. Not a lucky... He shoots this one to left center field, or left field, over the head of Marvin Steed. Heading around first, coming into second base, and Steed will get a ball in quickly, but Pork Bennett, his first career hit, will get that ball for him. And it's a double against Jovita Pulo, one of the best pitchers in the league. Very, very great start to this inning, and now Geronimo James will come up, still locked in. He hit the ball hard to right field, but it was an easy play for Windy Wheels. 1-1 count for him. Contact first righty's activated, and he'll get a base hit up the middle. Pork Bennett, rounding third, will be held at third base, and probably a good call as Yoink Sachs is a tremendous defender with a great arm in center field. He is tense, and he did have an errant throw there, but I don't think it's a good idea with nobody out to risk that, as we have runners on the corners, and Pulo checks on the runner at first. Infield the double play depth. Vinicio will take a strike down the middle, and sliding in safely is Geronimo James, stealing second base. Runners on first and second, and a grounder to third base. About the worst thing we could have had happen there, as Yamamoto still dirts the throw, but nice pick from Peyton Flores, and the runners have to hold. So we have 2 on in scoring position with nobody, or with 1 out for Sturdy Woodman, who's locked in and had a hit in his last at-bat. First hit of the ball game. He takes a strike there. Ball inside. Jovita staying in on him. Another one there fouled off. So it's 2-2 with 1 out. And Woodman just misses the edge there for Pulo, and that's a ball. Full count, fouls 1 back. We'll do it again. Woodman takes ball 4, so good eye. Reaching base twice in 2 at-bats, or 2 plate appearances against Jovita Pulo. She's approaching the 40 pitch mark, and now Hito Munchada comes up. Already struck out once, but this is a big moment here. Pulo already threw her 40th pitch. Chases outside for strike 1. Ball low and away. Even for Munchada. He takes a strike on the hands. 1-2 count for him. And, a slider right in the zone there. He pulls a foul. Fastball, and he makes contact there. Fouls it off. Defensive swing there. 1-2. Chases high, and it's strike 3. Munchada goes down for the second time. And Pulo gets the best of him. We cannot lose this opportunity here against Jovita Pulo. She's over 45 pitches now. Merle Ryan comes up tense. And he hits one hard. Deep left field, carrying, but it looks like it's running out of gas. With the bases loaded and 1 out, we strand the runners, and nobody comes around to score. Jovita Pulo getting out of a jam. Man, that was our missed opportunity. The good news is we made her work. We got that pitch count up. She's near 50, and she looks like she probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank. Still nothing into the top of the 4th. And Masha Donga uses her namesake. This one's mashed into the left field corner. And she hits a Donga for sure. That one goes 416. Her first home run and second RBI of the year. And she gets a mojo boost as she breaks the tie. And that breaks up the perfect game. That breaks up the no-hitter. DeJesus makes 1 mistake and loses the momentum for the Buzzards right now. Now here comes Marvin Steed, who was locked in, but now back to neutral. Swings through strike there. Takes a strike. It's a 1-2 count. Taking strike 3, and DeJesus gets him again. Another strikeout, and now Darcy Hicks will come up. I was right. He does have tier 3 inside pitch. He's locked in still despite going 0 for 1. 429 average with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Ball low is taken. Catching the corner there for a strike. And a hard hit ball, but right to Sturdy Woodman. 1 hop to him, and that'll be another out. So DeJesus gets back to locked in mojo. Peyton Flores will come up 0 for 1. I believe he struck out. First pitch strike there. Curveball in the dirt and checks the swing, holds back as Flores. The ball right down the middle there, but it's skied high to left center field. Camped underneath that one is Merle Ryan, who will haul it in, out number 3. But the big story here, the home run from Masha Donga to lead off the inning. The only hit of the ball game for the Grapplers, and they take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th here. Tremendo 0 for 1. And Pulo will stay out there for now. She's just past the half stamina mark. 48 pitches, and she gets a strike there. Jose will push one down the left field line, just foul. Diving attempt from Yamamoto. Can't get to it. But he'll have to get back in the box. 2-2. Swings through strike three. Pulo. We might have missed our one and only chance as she had the bases loaded with 1 out in that last inning and we couldn't capitalize. Snag Roper, unfortunately, still tense despite the big double in his last at-bat. We'll take a ball outside. First pitch Slayer is gone. Ball inside, make it 2-0. Snag will take a strike and a hitter's count. And he likes that pitch, but he pulls it foul. He's just ahead of it. 2-2 now. And Snag will somehow miss that one. Pulo grunts as she gets the strikeout. And 2 down for Ella Royds, who's 0 for 1. Pulo locked back in. She gets a called strike there. Ball low and away. Royds will almost get hit there. She dodges out of the way. Pulo probably, goes outside with it. And Royds staying alive, fights through that pitch. 2-2. Ball inside just misses, full count. And Ella, oh man, a strike right at the bottom of the zone. She whiffs right over the top of it. And a strikeout, I believe. Pulo just struck out the side to end the 4th. So if you thought she didn't have any gas left in the tank, which I did, you're sorely mistaken, as I am. Here comes Torrens. 0 for 1 today. Tier 2 power versus righties. She takes the ball low, 1-1 count. To Jesus at 42 pitches, but remember he's a Tier 2 workhorse, so he can get a lot farther in this ball game as he can keep his momentum going. And that mojo there as Geronimo James still locked in. Heads over to his right, and he tracks one down, so Gina Torrens gives it a ride, but it hangs up for James for out number 1. And here comes Yoink Sachs, still tense. This is the inside part of the plate. It's a 1-1 count, and there's strike 2. Nasty changeup and fastball. Strike 3, and DeJesus waves goodbye to Yoink Sachs. That's out number 2, and Windy Wheels will come up again. Tier 3 easy target. Really helps out that accuracy for DeJesus here. It's really almost unfair. 50th pitch on the way for DeJesus. Is the ball high? It's a 1-1 count with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And a grounder to shortstop should do it. Snag Roper will easy toss to first, out number 3. So DeJesus through 5 has allowed 1 hit, but it was a home run. And we head to the bottom of the 5th, and the Buzzards are down by 1 right now. Again, we're going to go 9-1-2, starting with Pork Bennett, who had a huge double in his first at-bat against the ace Pulo. Pulo struck out the side in her last at-bat. She's locked in. But she is at 66 pitches now and approaching the end of her day. She'll start tiring quickly here. And Pork Bennett almost takes her head off right back up the middle. And that's his second hit and 2 at-bats against Pulo and to start his career. So he's 2 for 2. He is on first base with nobody out for Geronimo James. 1 for 2 with a single. And Pulo gets pulled, unfortunately, for Mac Gunn. One of the best relievers in the ballgame. Tier 2 gets ahead. Tier 2 cut fastball. 4-seam cut and the curve. There's a cut fastball that gets sent back up the middle over the glove of Mac Gunn. And that'll be the first 2 batters reaching here to start the bottom of the 5th. Great spot for Pepe Vinicio, who's 0 for 2, batting .300. Max pressure situation here. Pepe gets pulled for Evan Chukov. Really interesting choice here. Tier 2 first pitch Slayer. Chukov will take it for a strike. Chukov pops one foul. Not her best bench bat. 0-2 count, and he lost one in the left field in front of Marvin Steed, and sliding in safely, he's going to make the catch. Diving attempt from Mashadonga, as it looks like they collide, but it seems like they might be all right. Good play from the left fielder, veteran, making his name known in left field there. But that's the first out of the ballgame. And now 2 on for Sturdy Woodman, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Still locked in. Matt Gunn misses the top of the zone, 1-1 count. And a base hit through the left side. So that's going to load up the bases here with 1 out. We were in this situation 2 innings ago, and we weren't able to capitalize. And with the same guy coming up, here comes Hito Munchada. Could not figure out Jovita Pulo. He's still neutral mojo. And this would be the moment for us to capitalize. I don't know why. Okay, we bring in Ricky Kwan. Do we do the sacrifice bunt? As the curveball drops in for a strike. Another strike on the curve. 0-2 count for Mushada, and he gets a high pitch into center field. Should be deep enough with Quan at third. Runners tagging from second and third, heading to the home, and Ricky Quan makes it safely. Runner Geronimo James advances from second to third, and we tie the ball game in the bottom of the fifth. That run does get credited to Jovita Pulo, and now here comes tense Merle Ryan. Matt Gunn is tense. Gets a fastball for strike one. 2 outs now, runners on the corners, great speed at third base. 2-1 count on any base hit should score the run. Hopefully break the tie here. 2-2. Merle Ryan, come on. He hits one hard to right field, but that looks like it's going to hang up. Windy Wheels calling it, and that ends the inning. But ultimately, big moment here as we were able to tie the ball game. The base hit allowed by Pulo to start the inning ends up coming around to score. Matt Gunn couldn't close the door, and we're tied heading into the top of the sixth. Chukov will get replaced by Flash Lazar. Ricky Quan will stay behind the plate. Oh my God, what are we doing here? And Pork Bennett's going to be in left field? What the fuck? Yamamoto pulls one foul. Pork Bennett's still in the game, everyone. He's in left field. Our catcher moved to left field so our outfielder can come in to play catcher. What the hell is going on? A grounder will get the first out of the inning. They replace Blaine Case with Ham Slamus. Yeah, that's right. And there's a fucking pass ball. Another pass ball and a swinging strike. 1-1 count. Ball high. And a dribbler in front of the plate. It's going to be DeJesus, thank God. Beats Quan to it, gets the out. And that's number 2. Here comes Mashadonga, who's locked in. Tier 3 off-speed hitter, max pressure situation. Both pitcher and catcher both pitcher and batter are locked in. First pitch ball and a base hit to left field. Or Merle Ryan is there. So wait, in right field? Who got replaced? Who did we pull? Why am I drawing a complete blank here? We had Pepe Vinicio got pulled. So they pulled Pork Bennett. And that ball's going to get away from Ricky Quan, allowing the runner to reach second base. The potential winning run just advanced into scoring position for Marvin Steed with 2 outs. And DeJesus still locked in, throwing his 65th pitch here against Steed. And it's a base hit off the glove of Sturdy Woodman, and he gets a play. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Sturdy Woodman gets his body in front of the ball. Sturdy as all hell. He knocks it down, recovers quickly. DeJesus ranges over to first base, and they just get Steed running down the first baseline. So that will put us in a tie ball game in the bottom of the sixth. Roach comes in to play catcher, an actual catcher playing catcher. That seems pretty interesting. And here comes Jose Tremendo. He's 0 for 2 today and 0-2 count. And Gunn will get him to chase, but he pulls a foul. Oh, Jose, that was your pitch, man. That was the one that he takes out of the park. Probably the 6 times he hit a home run last year. He's frozen now. His confidence is shot. They bring in the closer here, Chico Lopato, who is already very tired but locked in. And Snag Roper still tense. He'll pull one foul there, 1-1 count. And Snag pops up. Jesus. Calling it as Lopata. And he'll catch that out, number 2. So Elleroids comes up. She is not stimulated. She's 0 for 2. 2 outs, and Lopata gets the first pitch strike. 4-seam cut fastball and a slider. 2-1 count here for Roids. She chases a strike. 2-2, and right down the middle. Elleroids, deep right field. That one's carrying. It's got a chance up against the wall. Is Windy Wheels. He plays it off the wall, and Elleroids slides into second base safely. A huge 2-out double for Elleroids. And we have runner in scoring position for frickin' Ricky Quan, who's tense because he's been put in at catcher. And then you bring in Carlos Bauer. Lopata's gas. Carlos Bauer is tense, and he gets the walk-off base hit. Carlos Bauer comes up for the win. The Buzzards pull it off as he slides into second base with a walk-off double. And the Buzzards win it in the sixth. Oh my God. My voice is going out. Oh shit, what a game. I can't believe they freaking kept Ricky Kwan in all just to pinch hit for him in the bottom half of the inning anyways. There was no point in putting Ricky Kwan in, not to mention the fact that you could have brought in Carlos Bauer and he would have been a better catcher than Ricky Kwan. We had three catchers on the roster. Oh my God, I'm still beside myself with that whole situation. Anyways, Buzzards win 2-1. We somehow we knock off Jovita Pulo, and honestly, that somehow is Malcolm DeJesus. We're going to get to his line in just a minute, but boy, was that guy good here today. And he showed us the ace caliber stuff we expected when we signed him to the team. The Buzzards, 2 runs on 9 hits today. Jovita Pulo was good enough to keep us off the board as much as possible, but in the end, we ended up prevailing. The Grapplers, 1 run on 2 hits today. The offense for the Grapplers came in and out of Masha Donga's bat. 2 for 3 today with a home run, a solo shot. She also had a base hit. She was left stranded on second base in the top of the 6th, but only productive offensive player in the lineup for the Grapplers. On the other side for the Buzzards, spotty day here as we were going up against Jovita Pulo, but we had Geronimo James go 2 for 3 in the leadoff spot. We had Sturdy Woodman go 2 for 2, also walked, so he reached base in all 3 plate appearances. Hito Munshada 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but did hit that sacrifice fly that ultimately scored Ricky Kwan from third base, and that tied the ball game. Stag Roper a 1 for 3 day with a double. Alaroids with a huge double in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. She scores from second base on the double, or on the from the double from Carlos Bauer. A 2 for 2 day from Pork Bennett. The rookie makes a great appearance, and both of his at-bats against Jovita Pulo, he's able to prevail. And he gets pinch run for in the, the bottom of the 5th inning by Ricky Kwan, who scored that run on the sacrifice from Hito Munshada. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that anymore. Carlos Bauer comes in to pinch hit for Kwan in the bottom of the 6th. He gets the double, the walk-off win for the Buzzards. Pitching-wise, Pulo was great today. Not perfect, but great. She went 4 innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. She did start the 5th inning. She did allow a base runner, and that base runner came around to score her while Mac Gunn was on the mound. 1 in the 3rd inning for him, 2 hits allowed, including that earned run that was inherited by Pulo. He struck out 1. Lapata, gets the loss. He was tired. They kept him in. He gets 1 out, and then he gives up 2 hits. He gives up an earned run, which was the walk-off win for the Buzzards. On the other side, DeJesus was our workhorse today. In any other game, you would think easy victory for him, right? But he had to work for it. A 6-inning day of complete game. He gave up 2 hits, both to Mashadonga. 1 was a home run, a solo shot. He did not walk anybody, and he gets 6 strikeouts. So what a bounce back after that first game against the Wide Loads. His ERA went from like 10 down to 4.82, and I think as he continues to settle in, he's going to look better, and hopefully that ERA continues to drop. It'll be DeJesus number 1, followed by Donga, followed by Pulo, are your top 3. And holy moly, we went from 0-2 back around to going 3-2, 3 straight wins. Between these two, I'm going to give the mojo or the loyalty to Geronimo James. Kitty Coffin's been struggling. And that's going to be it for loyalty, so thank God for that. Sim to our next game. And after an 0-2 start, we bounce back. We're now in number 2 in the division behind the Overdogs, who are sitting at 5-1. Overdogs red hot right now with a plus 19 run differential. So are the Wide Loads up at 5-0, the only only unbeaten team in the league with a plus 23 run differential. So we got our work cut out for us this year, especially as we're going to be turning to our number 2 pitcher, Fabio Fabulo, who was anything but fabulous in the last one. The Jacks struggling at 1-4 will bring Jerry Capps to the mound. Actually curious about him. In a moment, we'll take a look and see what his situation looks like. Jordan Resplendent, the rookie, just lost 5 junk for some reason. And I want to say we just gave her some recently. Where's Jordan? We gave her +1 junk, and she got the new pitch. But she's regressing now. At 20 years old, she loses 5 junk. She drops down to a B minus. Uh, a signing from the B Wolves, they bring in Deshaun Levon. Gasser Morris with development. Same with Ricky Kwan, and same with Pepe Vinicio. Let's take a look at development options. I don't want to give Pepe Wild Thrower. I don't think it's worth it for 1 power and losing 1 arm. Edwina Escobar still going to pass on this. I don't like the risk of getting the bad trait. Ricky Kwan, we're not going to give you any development at 30. Carlos Bauer, you know what, dude? Oh, shit. Do we? I think maybe he does or deserve it. He earned it. Um, chance to gain an extra pitch, which will help him on the mound. Excuse me. Gasser continues to earn his spot, so we'll give him this development. And unfortunately, as much as I want to develop Brick, we're not going to give him a bad trait. So I guess the only ones we're doing here are for Carlos Bauer. It's still here, so we'll do it. 1 speed, 1 arm. He goes up to 93 arms. So if anyone was curious for those pitchers that don't have an arm rating, and he does not get the extra speed or the extra pitch. So slight increase for him in 2 areas where he's already set, but I want to reward him for the huge walk-off. He's back to neutral mojo now. So we'll probably, no, we don't want him starting at catcher in the next one just because he is going to be pitching in that next game following. Yeah, I'll figure that out in a second. This one for Gasser Morris is 1 accuracy, 1 velocity, and a chance for 3 more. He will not get that, but can he get a curveball to add to his arsenal? And he won't get that either. So just a slight bonus for him, and he goes up to an A+, and he's definitely an anchor to our bullpen. That's it for development. I don't think there's any roster moves we're going to be making here. Yeah, nobody here that I'm intrigued by. Excuse me. Brian has Mind Gamer, which is why I starred him, but he is just not an option for us. Yeah, I'm not interested there. What else do I want to do? I do want to check out the Jacks team, see what their lineup looks, or their team looks like with their ages. Cunningham at 29, Fiona Clark at 30. So she is usually a young player to develop around. She's not anymore. Same with Mashed Taters. Same with Jeb Jumps. Herbert Hackman, a young player. Nacho, Reed, right in the middle of their careers. Cul-de-sac. Goyo, which we already saw. Same with Thurman Colt. Damian Rush is young at 21 years old. Same with Arsenio Armstrong. And we have... They have Elmo Slayer, and their number 2 is 23-year-old Jerry Capch, so he gets a new lease on life. Elmo, 32 years old, no longer young anymore. Same thing with Werner Bergenberg. At 36, he's no longer considered a development option. Stitch younger, Spike older, Sebastian Morrow younger, Shady Libido, and Maximo Primo are is your bullpen there for the Jacks. So with where we're at right now, sitting at 3-2, working our way back into a competitive team, and you can see there's a lot of tense players on this team. Snag's been battling through the tense mojo here, so I'm going to keep him in. Jose probably needs a day off, but I'm guessing Merle still does too. Who do I do this for? You know what I think I'm going to do is I'll keep Merle in, and I'm going to give Jose the day off. We'll put Ricky Kwan in right. Is Geronimo the better right fielder here? Yeah, let's do Geronimo in right, and we'll put Ricky Kwan in center. Yeah, because that's going to make his fielding still really good. Kwan in center. We'll keep Merle in left because he's a better contact hitter and has bad ball hitter to help him out. Stag stays in. Ella has earned the start again. Same with Pork Bennett and Pepe Vinicio. You know what? I'll give you a day off here, man. We'll see if Kitty can right the ship here. If she can't, think Pepe turns into our starter the rest of the year, and we'll see what we can do with Kitty Kaufman as she continues to grow and develop as a young 22-year-old. So, what do we do with this? Um, Man, this gets our lineup a lot more shallow. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Ricky Kwan's going to drop down to the 9 spot. Merle Ryan will drop to 8. And I guess I can live with this right here. So Pork jumps up to 7 after a 2-hit day against Chovita Pulo of all pitchers. And we'll have Fabio on the mound. I want to peek at stats here because I wanted to see. Malcolm gave up 4 runs in 3 1/3 innings against the wide loads. Then he came back and gave up 1 run in 6 innings against the grapplers. So, and he had 2 hits before, or he gave up 2 hits in that game. So that means he gave us 7 hits in the wide loads game and 2 home runs in that game too. So, ooh, he looks a lot better though, right? When he is working, he is working. But our starting rotation still concerning to me, especially after what we saw in the first round through the rotation. So I don't know. We'll see what Fabio Fabulo has, and we'll have to figure out whether he's going to be somebody we keep around or somebody we start to look at replacing. But that's where we're at. Next time out, we're going to be facing off against the Jacks, young Jerry Caps against a young Fabio Fabulo. That's something we're used to, but it'll be an interesting game. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.